Okay. Yeah, there. Yeah. Okay. I figured I'd make sure it's recording. Had to do something or something to make sure the camera is recording again. I know it's been a while, but I've been extremely busy. I'm actually going to mention why I've been busy in this video. I know I said I was going to do a full review of The Order. I am going to do that eventually, but part of the reason I've been so busy is working on my side project. And this... it's going to be a bit difficult to talk about because right now everything with it is tentative. But depending on how things go in the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to quit my job or anything. I'm going to keep doing my job that I work at. But my side project may become a lot more prevalent and a lot more as a almost like a full job for me. See, little background. Since I was a kid, I was a nerd since I was a little kid. And it used to be comic books. I learned to read through Spider-Man comic books. And I've always felt like that I owed the comic world something. I mean, realistically I don't, but I've always felt like that. But as I've grown older, I've faced a lot of issues with comic books, such as the Clone Saga. I mean, that was going on when I was growing up. Legends of the Dark Knight, my favorite Batman comic book ever, was canceled. Then it was brought back. Then it was canceled again. Which, that was fairly heartbreaking for me, to say the least. But the biggest thing that I've ever had to deal with is I've always wanted to make my own comic. And my initial idea to make a comic was called Goria. It was very inspired from Spawn, where it was a superhero that was very dark and monstrous. But instead of it being a demonic costume and him dying, it was a virus that made this character into the monster that he is. And his ability was that his skin would peel off and turn into tentacles. Now, I know a lot of people are like, I've seen enough hentai. It's not like that. There's a lot of... I don't want to see themes that were ahead of its time, but the main villain was a business owner who is very charismatic and handsome. Ends up he's a demon. But most of the villains, this sets foot into something I'm going to talk about later on this vlog, were rich people, very rich corporate owners, and that if I were to do this comic today, it would be very much a political statement, and that's part of why I'm not doing it as a comic, is I'm trying to avoid it as a political statement. A few years ago, I took another passion that I have, police procedurals, and started novelizing almost a police procedural show into a book, except the main character is a psychic vampire. And the first book was going to focus on a serial killer that he's been having nightmares about, who you find out is trying to bring his reality into our reality and destroy our reality completely. But there's a natural psychic event where two realities are going to become one. He just wanted to use that as a way to destroy one reality and reach his end goal. This was going to be a full book series. That was just the first book, and as I went on, every book would have a different villain. And as it progressed, I realized I had too many stories to tell to make this one cohesive story, because I wanted to get the characters involved. I want people to be invested in the characters and not have a book. Well, let's put it this way. The first book alone would have been about twice the size of Game of Thrones if it was unedited. And chances are I was going to self-publish, and I didn't have an editor. And I realized if I want to do or tell the story that I want to tell, one, I want to self-publish it. Two, I need someone to rein me in and go, hey, whoa, bring this back a notch. And 3, I couldn't do it as a novel. And that realization, or a series of novels, that realization broke my heart. I suffer very severe depression. And I've been struggling with it for years. And part of the reason I decided to record this blog on the 14th, I'll probably put it on tonight, if not tomorrow when I get home from doing everything I'm going to do, is on the 15th I'll be turning 31. And I've been facing this crisis since January, where I've been on this world 31 years and I've not followed through with any of my dreams. And last year, with everything that's happened, I was almost completely homeless. I lost almost everything, including my artwork. I didn't think I was going to recover. And a lot of people on YouTube, Markiplier, they have stories. He has a story about how his life went bad and then YouTube helped him get better. Gerard, the completionist, same thing. He lost his job and then him and his friend got an idea of, hey, let's do the show. They did it. MatPat from Game Theories, same exact thing. Severe depression, went on YouTube. I don't have the equipment for YouTube. I'm recording from my computer webcam. I need a new computer desperately. But I, to paraphrase Liam Neeson, have a very particular set of skills that I refined over the years. And that particular set of skills is I am very creative. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I've discussed this idea with several people, and because of discussing this, one of my best friends is actually reading through the scripts as I write them and going, okay, you have to bring this back a bit, or this part doesn't fit in, fix this. She teaches a gender studies class, and she asked for my permission to use one of my scripts because I wrote this female character so well that she was inspired from it to use it in her class. But I didn't know what I was going to do with this comic. I was going to make it a webcomic, and Christmas last year, my older brother goes, why don't you just publish it on Amazon? What you do is you pay $500, they publish so many copies, and if it picks up, they'll publish more, and you get all the profits from it. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Then something happened, and this has a lot of hope for me. I have a friend who used to work at a comic shop, and he knows a few people in the comics industry, mainly independent writers and publishers. 2 weeks from now, there's a convention, and 2 of the people that he knows want to talk to me about getting published, about telling me what I need to do, helping me out on that. And that is, I'm only working on concept sketches and finishing up the first of 8 years of scripts, not in our time, but in story time. And I realize each story is going to be its own graphic novel, except for 2 stories in the first year. It's going to be, or Magnum Opus and Spirit Board are going to be wrapped up in the same graphic novel. So I'm ecstatic. I'm actually going to talk to these 2 people. I'll get the names probably afterwards about it, about potentially getting published. At first it was tentative, and then I hear back a few days ago, or about a week ago or so, no, they want to meet you. In fact, we're having ice cream with one of them. I'm like, what? Holy shit! I'm seriously, at this point, I've told my family today, had lunch with them, And I don't think I've seen them that excited about something I was doing. I mean, they're happy for me when I was in the military. They're proud of me, don't get me wrong. But I didn't walk the same path that they necessarily wanted me to. At least that's how I feel. I went to graphic design college when that was a stupid idea. I mean, I'll admit that now. It might not be so stupid now with this, but in retrospect, it was a stupid idea. I went to another college for photography and classics as a minor. Photography as a major, classics as a minor, with an English minor as well. So I'm a very artistic person, and my writing, I've heard critiques on it, but a lot of people go, no, this is really good. I mean, you could fix this and this and this, but for a first draft, just fixing that, or only those issues, that's really good. So I am officially saying right now that if all goes well, and like I said, I will get into the comic more, but by the end of the month, I should have a direction. End of the month, beginning of April, I should have a direction of where I'm going with this comic and what I'm going to be doing with it. And that's kind of what's been eating up a lot of my time is, holy shit, okay, I'm actually meeting with these people. I need to get concept sketches done. I'm starting on the 6th script for this comic. It's actually going to be one I threw away and then said, wait, I know how to fix it, and I'm bringing it back. And just editing it, having my friend read through the scripts, going, okay, this is what you need to be doing, and getting that encouragement. I've been talking to a few people about it. Some people know a lot of spoilers about what's going to happen, not just in this particular year of stories, but like 4 years down the road, 8 years down the road. What characters are going to survive, what characters are going to die. One of the things I'm running by people who know about this is, how am I going to end this? I have 3 possible ways to end it, and I don't know which one's better. And it's just really overwhelming, and it's the first time in my life that I felt like I'm doing the right thing for me. It may not be YouTube, but it's my YouTube. If it's my passion project. And if I have people, one of which I barely even know, saying, oh, I really want to read this. I'm not big into comics, but I want to read this. I must be doing something right. And I need to go through with it. I just want to let everyone who watches my videos regularly know what's going on. Because I know I've taken months before to just bring out new videos. But this, when I say, okay, I'm going to be more frequent, and then 2 weeks off the grid after Angry Joe's failure to actually review the order and just say it's a crap game because he wants to jump on the critical bandwagon and not do what the game offers. Yeah, I watched his review. He didn't pay attention to the cutscenes and says there's no story. Well, if he paid attention, he'd see it. But that's a different vlog for another day. I'm not going to stop doing YouTube, but my YouTube may actually go more into just vlog territory as opposed to just video game reviews. And a big part of that is I want to start advertising for the comic, especially after I talk to these 2 writers and publishers and see if I have something going. If they don't think I do, I have too many people saying they're interested for me to stop. But I've read at least one of their works. I don't think I'm going to get that. I may get, okay, well, this is an interesting idea. You might want to consider this, or here's what you need to know to get published, even if you're doing self-publishing. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting, no, this is a stupid idea, because from what I understand about these 2 people, they are not like that at all. But I do want to kind of prep you up. I will be talking about video games occasionally. Probably just not as much. I will tell you right now, I do plan on playing The Witcher 3. Whether I'm going to review that or not is beyond me. But I do plan on reviewing Arkham Knight, because it's fucking Batman. Come on. I can't not review Arkham Knight. Especially after Arkham City was great, Arkham Asylum was great, Arkham Origins was... We don't talk about Arkham Origins. But Arkham Knight looks fucking amazing from what I've seen. So I will definitely be reviewing that. But as for other games like Battlefield Hardline, I don't know if I'm going to play because I'm going to be busy. I'm going to work my ass off on this comic. And when I'm not, chances are I'm going to be playing Minecraft or Dragon Age. But right now, the comic may become, other than my job, my preliminary project. And I just wanted to say to everyone who supported me, thank you. Because without that support, even if it's just supporting my videos on YouTube, without that support, I don't think I wouldn't have the talent, or not the talent, the ability to actually do this, because I'd just be too busy wallowing saying, yeah, well, anything I do fails, and this is the first time I've been doing something that I've wanted to do that I don't feel like I'm failing at. So everyone on YouTube, thank you. My friends who've been supporting me with this, editing the comic, trying to get this all set up, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I mean, it may not have been a birthday present, but for me, this is probably the best damn birthday present I've ever had. And I do also want to say thank you to my family for a fantastic birthday lunch, even if the silverware was a bit mixed up with me getting only a knife for a bit at a Mexican restaurant. But that was goofy. The waitress took it lightly. I'm not mad about that. The food was fantastic. But everyone, thank you so much. Even the negative review or people who are like, "Oh, your videos suck. You didn't like The Last of Us. Fuck you." No, thank you, because I'd rather people not like me for my opinion when it's honest than people just say, "Well, your review was okay," and not really pay attention to it. I'd rather honest people than angry Joes. Yes, I'm still harping on that. Give me a break. But with that, you guys take care of yourselves. Follow your dreams. Even if it seems hopeless, follow them. Because no matter what, it may not work out, but at least you're doing what you want to do with your life. So you all take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.